Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to take a native shrub and I am going to prune it into tree form. So the native shrub I'm working with today is Viburnum Dentatum, or Arrowwood. It is a fantastic wildlife shrub. So the flowers in the spring are great for the pollinators. The berries are loved by the birds. The shrub provides habitat for the birds, and the leaves have a lot of fall interest. So I have 4 of these, and I am going to choose one to prune into tree form. The other 3 are going to go on the side of my house. I have my Viburnum Dentatums down here, and so I was just looking through which ones might be the best candidates for what I want to do here today. And you really can do this on any shrub. This one I could use this as the main leader and take off these 3 side shoots. It kind of looks like this one is the more dominant one, so maybe I would take these off and use this one. And then I have these 3 smaller ones. So here's this one where I could easily take this branch off, probably take this branch off. Well, actually, yeah. And then train it up that way. So that's an idea. This one down here is a little strange because the trunk would come up here and then out where it looks like this might be the leader. So I think I'm going to not choose this one because of that. I mean, I could take this off and then train this one straight up and down, but I don't want to do that. Okay, and then here is this one, which is pretty much just a single shoot here. Actually, this looks like the best one. And then I would train it up like this, take this branch off right here and this branch off. These 2 down here. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's going to be the easiest. This is the one I'm going to go with. So this one has the straightest stem. This is going to need just a little bit of straightening up here at the top, which I'll do with bamboo canes, and then I'll clip these extra little ones off. The supplies that I have here to get this project going: a pair of scissors, and I have a pair of my daughter's old ballet tights. If you have any dancers in your family, these are great to recycle and to use to tie up different types of plants. So bamboo stake to tie the trunk up to, scissors, ballet tights, some pruners, a shovel, my plants, and then I have some of my homegrown leaf compost right here, and then just a little bit of extra leftover potting soil that I bought at the end of the season. Or I don't know, I found it in my garage. Okay, so I did end up choosing this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and lop off these little pieces here, these side shoots. Probably should be using snips here, but I'm not. I'm actually going to take this and stick it in some soil and see if it takes. Who knows? She's been over in the compost pile. What? So I'm going to plant this right just even kind of with the root flare or slightly above, and you'll notice that I am potting this up instead of putting it in the ground, and that's because I just want to get it going on my deck and protect it from the deer. I may keep it on the deck, but I actually think I am going to move it where I currently have a Carolina allspice, and then I'm going to move the Carolina allspice over, but that'll be a project for the spring if I decide to do it. This pot actually had, I'm just reusing, recycling soil. This pot had, I think it was basil, maybe basil and oregano. Anyway, I just cut the plants off at the, it was basil. I just cut the plants down at the soil level, and I'm gonna let the roots decompose. Some nice looking soil. This is my homemade compost leaf, no, I'm sorry, not homemade compost, homemade leaf mold. I'm trying to organize my compost situation. I've been trying to do some videos, but it's just like a total hot mess. And I'm very unorganized. Oh, this is the one I want to try and pot up. So I'm just going to put some of this over top. Okay, now I'm going to take my bamboo stake. I'm just going to go all the way down. Here's the ballet tights. Just get a piece of the leg, and then there we go. Something I learned from one of the UK gardeners is you shouldn't tie like this. You should like wrap it around one and then wrap it around the other. So I'm gonna do that. Now I'm going to go ahead and get this guy watered up and settled in. I'll probably put some leaves all around the top here, but I'm putting him here. It's kind of in the part shade, but actually back there in that area, right off camera, that's probably where I'm going to end up planting him. So now for the water. I'm probably going to put some more leaf grow, or not leaf grow, my own homegrown, homemade leaf mold on top of this. I want to get this guy watered in really well. Okay, it looks like the water is soaking through now. So I think I'm also going to do this with some smooth hydrangeas. I purchased these hydrangeas because I was looking up information, and for some reason I kept seeing that the smooth hydrangeas got between 3 and 5 feet. I think that is more like 5 and 10 feet, and where I wanted to put them, yeah, that's not going to fly. So I might do a couple tree form hydrangeas as well, but I'm just going to have to figure out the situation around the yard first before I make that decision. These leaves will decompose over the winter, and then if they don't, I'll just scrunch them up in the spring and then add another layer of compost over top of them. Put a little bit of water over these leaves to help them get that decomposition process going. Probably need to go get some more. I almost forgot. We have this little guy to plant up as well. Let me do that. I'm just going to mix up some of this leftover potting mix with my leaf my leaf mold. Usually you want this below a leaf node, which would be right here. But I think also where the stems come together, that's another good part for getting the roots to start going as well. So let me just scrape this up a little bit here. And then I'm going to kind of just go like that. Bruise it, and maybe that'll encourage some roots. I can't say that that is the right method or not. It's just something that I do. And also something I learned from the UK gardeners was to put it down against the side, because that makes the roots hit the wall of the container and break off and make more roots. Again, I learned like so much from the UK gardeners. I'm just gonna trim these just because it's so much of a shock on the plant and it's going into dormancy. I don't know. Just give it a little bit less area to have to take care of. Okay. Let me go get a little bit more water. Okay, let's try and get this thing watered all the way in one more time. Okay guys, so that is it for today. We have our Viburnum Dentatum all potted up. This is the little side shoot that I took off that I'm hoping will root. So hopefully we will get a free plant out of that. And yeah, so if you like this content, please consider subscribing, and I will see you again next time.